The glitz and glamour of Dubai was certainly on show last night at the official opening ceremony of the Dubai International Baja. FIA President Mohammed bin Sulayem was joined by dignitaries and sponsor representatives to give the riders and drivers a fitting send-off.
We need a strong championship, and to see the quality and the quantity, I'm very, very happy with this. And Dubai Baja as a World Cup, it's something that we benefit for the sport. So the support is there, and I will praise the organizers here that they are doing a great job, and also the environment is very good. So mixing civilization with what we do, that's what we want. We need to sustain the business.
And the business of racing continues in today's second stage, which is sponsored by Alpha Time Toyota.
We represent Toyota in the UAE, and it's important for us to show, support for the teams that participate. Hopefully Hilux wins, but who knows what it'll hold. But look forward to obviously the race, and may the best team, man, woman, win.
The Dubai International Baja once again welcoming the creme de la creme of Rally Raid to this iconic part of the world.
Stage 2 of this 2025 edition of the Dubai Baja International, and the first full day out in the dunes. It's a long one too. A short 75-kilometre road section from the Dubai Festival City to the start line before 195 kilometres of constant dunes. For the competitors in the FIM categories, the action kicked off last night with the start position ceremony to determine today's running order. British rider Mackie Rees-Stavros keen to open the road, but his plans were spoiled by local star Abdulaziz Ali, who repeated his move from last year by opting to go first on his quad. While 2024 winner Konrad Dabrowski took a more tactical approach.
10th, of course. I will have lines at least for some time.
With the road position sorted then, the riders arrived at the start line this morning ready and raring to get going, but were then held for nearly an hour as a result of fog, taking the rare opportunity to relax.
We've just been told when we arrived that there was a 30 minutes delayed. Don't know the reason why, but so we're chilling out in the shades now, getting ready.
Abdulaziz Ali eventually, though, did get his chance to head first into his homeland and kick off the action on his quad. His quest to hunt down that hat-trick of wins now well underway, and giving his home fans something to cheer about while he was at it. Brilliant to see so much support for this special event. As first man in, Ali had no lines in the sand to follow, but was doing a good job of navigating. Inevitably, he was caught by those on two wheels, but no problem. His focus was on the quad category, and it was a strong start. Fastest man in class, and he leads the quads.
Until I came to the end, honestly, I'm amazed of where this track is taking us, because I saw like endless desert. Like usually here in Qadra, it's like you see sand and then you see big sabha, sand, big sabha. There I was only any direction I look, it was all dunes and sand.
Over to two wheels now, and France's Jean-Louis Lepont, back in top flight competition after recovering from a crash in Morocco, was going well. But a silly mistake in the stage saw him come off the bike and dislocate his shoulder. Fortunately, Mathieu Dauvers came to the rescue at the refuel and popped it back in for him, and Lepont, incredibly, still went fifth fastest.
And let's see tomorrow what happened about my shoulder, but maybe it's just now my body it's like this after my big crash. I don't have a ligament inside, and sometimes I have this, but it's a game.
With Jean-Louis safely through a painful day, others were still at it, battling the iconic dunes and taking in the nature around them. For many, this is every bit as much a challenge simply to get to the finish as it is to try and get a result. One thing is guaranteed, first or last, this is pure adventure. For Mathieu Doves, he didn't just play doctor today, he was also on a flyer on the bike. A strong start considering the limited preparation for this weekend after a late entry. But, like Le Pont, he too was schooled halfway through when he came off the bike. He got away with it, 4th fastest and 4th overall, and not too much of a knock on the head.
It was a big one, but yeah, I know which day we are, I know where we are, so it's okay. No, I was looking at the fuel and I think I'm gonna get the kickoff.
After a difficult run in the prologue yesterday, the man with number 1 on his bike and here to give the home fans something to cheer about, Mohamed Al Balushi had the hammer down to get himself in the fight. He wants another win here in Dubai. And it was a mega effort, reeling in riders ahead of him and passing people from start to finish. He ends today 3rd overall, just 0.6 of a second away from the runner-up spot. It's game on.
It was our plan all along to start from behind and then try to catch. But in the beginning, the first 65, I don't know, I was sleeping maybe, I don't know. Tomorrow, new day, we go full attack. This is Dubai Baja, quite short and you need to sprint.
Back in the stage, other riders were still coming through, including fastest in the prologue and last year's winner, Konrad Dabrowski. He played it smart today. There was more left on the shelf if he wanted it, but the Polish rider deciding not to take big risks. Concerned about picking up injuries and making mistakes, particularly with the low sun, Dabrowski went 3rd quickest into the stage and heads into tomorrow 2nd overall.
The riders that decided to play strategy yesterday, I think they earned a big advantage today because we started late. It was really difficult to see, and 2 of the fast guys started from the back, and I think they will earn a big advantage today because I was pretty much on my own for after the first refuel.
And one of those fast guys was a man we did say keep an eye on. Yep. Alex McInnes was on a charge. Starting well down the field after a bad run in the prologue yesterday meant he had a navigational advantage today. Following the lines of those ahead of him, he put that to good use. He licked the stamp and sent it. What a ride it was, storming up through the field to go fastest in the stage and lead the rally overnight.
It was a mix. There was a lot of technical stuff, but then there was also a lot of high speed sitting in the subcar, like sitting at 160. But yeah, it was a good stage. I was far in the back today, but it was good. I had a lot of tracks to follow, and yeah, I think I'm 1st today, I think.
Yes, you are, Alex, leading by nearly 3 minutes from Dabrowski, with Al Balushi just 0.6 further back. Doves and Le Pont close out the top 5. So, it's the young hotshot Alex McInnes who leads on 2 wheels, and it's those young hotshots that are carving their names into the edifice of the sport.
Seth Quintero, 23.
Rokas Bacuszka, 25.
Mitchell van der Brink, 23.
Konrad Dąbrowski, 24 years old.
The tide is shifting and the older guys are slowly leaving and new generation is coming.
I really love to see young guys as well and to compete with them.
It's nice that more young people coming, to this sport because the sport is really hard.
To be honest, this generation is just fast, man. This generation is ridiculously fast, and they just keep getting faster and faster.
And I started as well when I was 16 as a co-pilot, and now since I'm 18 years old, I drive.
18 was my first time racing it, and I was just hyper. I was ready to go. I wanted to win every day, go race every day.
I started in 2019, so yeah, 6 years already, and I already feel a big difference coming to a race.
It's good to gain some experience before you are able to achieve your final results.
Experience makes a person much more calmer on the race.
For sure, with the legend, you know, Stefan and Sainz and all Nani, Roma, and to be mix of this all things is nice, you know, because they wanna push, we wanna push, because this makes sport loved, you know.
Basically, from the age of 21, I was having to go up against, you know, Nasser and Yazid and Sebastian Loeb, and expected to beat them. So it's been quite the nerve-wracking few years. But now, I mean, after a few years of me racing, I kind of finally feel in the position to be able to go out and contend and call myself one of the front runners confidently.
He teaches me a lot, but I also can give some tips to him, you know.
Jean-Louis, his father used to race with my father. Bradley Cox's father also used to race with my father. So it's really nice to be battling with those guys and to be that next generation. We lift each other up, and we're building towards a great future together.
I think just being younger, I've got more motivation, more drive. We want to prove ourselves. Hopefully I'm here for the next 20 years.
You need to be fast and consistent and sharp, so yeah, you need to be fit.
Yeah, young guys are coming, and the older guys better watch out.
Thank you very much. Fernando.
Friday's results gave the top cars competitors the chance to pick their start positions for the first stage proper. One by one, they went for that most advantageous spot, right until the end, when Henk sprung us another fun surprise.
There we go. Okay. But these two today.
Okay, I want a 10.
You want 10. So you guys 10. You go 10? Okay. Yeah. Thank you very much. Number 10? Okay. So you want 10?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead. You want 10?
Yeah.
Okay, right.
I chose lucky number 10. I'm gonna try to pass everybody in front of me. That's what I'm gonna try to do.
Please make your way to.
We'll go 1.
Thank you, Hank. That was easy. Off you go.
Not difficult.
Thank you very much.
We came here for experience and to experience the dunes a bit. So it's a different car than what we are used to, and opening the stage is even better experience for us. It will be good for the other racing we do and for the future. So yeah, I'm happy to be opening the stage. I think it's going to be interesting.
So the South African launched the stage this morning in the cars, as 2 SSVs led out the rest. Fernando Alvarez followed Latican, with the only ultimate to go off in the first 5, Dania Akil, before more T1 Pluses filled up the back half of the opening 10 competitors. And it was a typical Baja Dubai stage, strewn with hidden dangers, as Martin Prokop discovered. The Czech duo got caught early and then really pushed to make up the time. But maybe they pushed a bit too hard. They had a big drop off one of the dunes, and it could have been much worse.
We speed up a little bit too much, and we had one really big moment, one of the biggest of the last years. Luckily we didn't crash, but we fall from huge dune completely down, and we survived. The car is okay, we are okay, but we made double puncture and we had to change the tire. So we lost a lot of time there, and I think we lost the race there, but luckily the car is in one piece, we are in one piece, so yeah, big moment.
Sergei Remenik has already wrapped up the World Baja Cup in his T3, but he made a big mistake today too. Jumping from a dune, he landed on the front part of the car and rolled. Not a big issue, but he did lose a lot of time. They were helped by their closest rivals in the championship, Khalid Al-Jafla and Andrei Rudnitsky.
So we rolled. Thanks our friend Khalid and Andrei, they pulled us up and back on wheels. And after we got engine overheating, but so far so good because we're crossed the finish line. To be honest, it's the nicest moment of the season when my main competitor, that crew, pulled us back to the wheels. So I'm gonna be remembered it all my life.
And that was not the only example of the beautiful spirit of our sport in evidence today. This is the X-Raid Mini of Maria Gameiro, in a bad way, before they were helped out by Brit JP Hart.
We stopped to help the BMW, the pink BMW, that went straight off a cliff. Ali pulled the two ladies out, rescued them, so that was worrying. But apart from that, it was a really good course, very difficult.
The young and hugely talented Rokas Bashuska was out there in the brand new experimental Defender Dakar D7 XR. His teammate, and I imagine his mentor, is motorsport icon Stefan Petterhansel. The pair didn't trouble the scorers today, but incredibly finished on almost the exact same time.
You know, we are teammates. Sometimes we have to push, each other to make some fun.
Sports, and rally in particular, give us the opportunity to discover new places. And Friday's qualifying stage was one of those times as the Dubai International Baja showcased the beautiful town of Hatta in the Hajar Mountains. One of the most scenic regions in Dubai, Hatta also boasts a rich cultural heritage, showcasing the history of rural living in the United Arab Emirates.
Hatta? Of course, I love Hatta. It's an icon. It is a place where completely changed there. The terrain, the people, even when you go there, you will see a lot of difference from what you see here, the new Dubai. And that's so important. The variety is so important for us as the FIA. And when you reach to a place like Hatta, I believe it will give a great push for the event itself.
Indeed, Hatta offers very different geography from what springs to mind when you picture Dubai, and that means a very different approach for the competitors and their vehicles.
The terrain is changed. You have the gravel, you have the stones, you have the wadis. It's a different style. And to have a challenge with the terrain, it's so good. Your suspension will be changed. Your driving style will be changed. The way you think has to change on Hatta. The drivers are unbelievably, they tolerate a lot, they are very adventurous, and they will deal with any type of terrain.
Oh, this place is absolutely stunning. I mean, the dam and everything in between, and the scenery and all the fans. It's super cool. I mean, the rocks are definitely plentiful, which is different than what we're used to here in Dubai. But no, super beautiful place. Honored to race here, and hopefully come back for many more years.
This location is just amazing because I haven't had any clue that Dubai can offer something like that, mountains and gravel and stuff like this. This is unique, so it's good to know that the nature, the landscape can be completely different. So it's a good thing for the rally itself.
Once the cars and the results started rolling in, the top 10 on the day was a real mix of ultimates and SSVs. So let's see who made it. 10th fastest on stage 2. He started first this morning in a vehicle he had never driven until yesterday, his very first time in an SSV, and his very first time racing in Dubai. Good job, Henk Latterken. Rolling back the years in 9th today and also in an SSV. He's 57, Dutchman Erik van Leeuwen, who's actually competing against his wife Anja here. Not in an SSV this year, despite being the 2024 champ, Dania Akil finished 8th today in her Toyota Hilux Evo. Back to the side-by-sides though, and the next two through were practically side-by-side when they finished. World Baja Cup class leader Mitchell van den Brink was 7th. And he was just behind local driver Mansour Al-Hilay and co-driver Mohamed Hamri. They were in 6th. And so to our Fab 5 on the day. He's a 4-time overall winner here and a UAE national, so something of a local hero. It's Sheikh Khalid Al-Qasimi in one of 4 Toyotas in the fastest 5. We heard earlier on about his problems out on the course, but Martin Prokop was the only non-Toyota to break into the highest echelons of the stage. 4th for the Czech in his Ford Raptor. But it's time to confirm the day's podium performances. In at 3, the larger-than-life Australian who's one of the biggest personalities in our sport. Toby Price with his brand new co-driver Armand Monleon, fresh from helping Lucas Moraes to become World Rally Raid champion. What a wingman Toby's found, and it looks like the price is right for Armand too.
Yeah, it's the first time doing a proper stage with him on, and yeah, his lexicon is really good. So yeah, I felt comfortable, and yeah, nothing big and crazy, and just trying to get comfortable with the car. But yeah, I don't know, hopefully we're in that top 4 group somewhere. It would be nice, but I don't know, I haven't looked at times, I'm not too stressed. It's just getting kilometres and having a hell of a good time out there. It was rad.
Second quickest for Juan Cruz Jacopini. But don't cry for him, Argentina. He's about to be crowned FIA World Baja Cup champion. Jacopini and Daniel Oliveira cemented their position as the most consistent performers of the second half of the year. They were just 3 minutes 48 seconds off the pace today.
It was a really tough stage for us. It's 190, maybe you think it's not that much, but here with this temperature and in these dunes it's very, very rough, but we managed to make it properly. The car feels amazing, so we are super happy to finish and to be able to continue tomorrow.
But top of the charts once again, the American hotshot who just loves getting into that winning habit, Seth Quintero. We've seen before, once Seth gets on a roll, he just keeps on rolling, and usually at the front. With his new co-driver Andrew Shaw, the 23-year-old is flying here in Dubai, and only a fool would bet against him being quickest again tomorrow. The pair got their first stage win in Morocco in October, but an overall win here would be their maiden title as a team.
Overall, it was a really good day. Car did amazing and I got 0 issues. The only issue I had was a cracked fender, and that was about it. So if that's our bad day, then I'll take it. But for some reason, we got a speeding penalty. We don't know why. We'll see how much that one's going to be and if it costs us the win. But I knew it was going to be tough to catch some of the faster guys in the front. You know, you got Jacopini and Prokop. I tried to catch. That was my main goal, was to catch those two, and then we got right to the back of Jacopini. But Toby started 15 minutes in front of me. We were close. We weren't. You know, I don't know how far we were, but yeah, no, couldn't catch him today.
Quintero did indeed receive a 5-minute penalty, so in fact it's Juan Cruz Jacopini who leads overall. Quintero and Price are on his tail. All to play for on Sunday.
It's been a spectacular second day at the Dubai International Baja, and we do it all again tomorrow. Still so much to play for. Make sure you join us for all the action, but for now we'll leave you with some of the best pictures from today. Bye for now.